Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bhimrao, Department of Zoology, Kakatiya Government College, Anamkon. So today we discuss about the general characters and classification of the aves. General characters and classification of the aves. So before that, general characters of the aves. So aves, the study of the aves is called ornithology. Study of the aves is called ornithology. And these aves are evolved from the reptiles, and these aves are the bipedal animals, and the body is covered with the feathers, and these are the warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded means so from the fishes, amphibians, reptiles are the cold-blooded animals. But this aves are the warm-blooded animals. Means the body temperature remains constant even though environmental temperature is increase or decrease. So the body temperature is constant of the aves. So these are called homeotherms or warm-blooded animals. And forelimbs are modified into wings. So the forelimbs are modified into wings. Wings are helps in the this flying, and most of them can fly except some flightless birds, example ostrich. So this aves, class aves is contain the 9,000 species right now, and the hind limbs are adapted for the perching mechanism, walking, swimming, etc. And the on the body only except preen gland or urophyseal gland or oil gland. Remaining there is no glands on the skin. So except only one gland is present, that is preen gland or urophyseum gland or oil gland. It is present at the base of the tail. So otherwise there is no skin glands. And ostrich and parrot is also lack the this oil gland. Remaining birds contain the only this gland. And the study of the aves is called ornithology. And the upper and lower jaws are modified into beak, which which lacks the teeth. So in the modern birds, they don't have the teeth, but in the previous ancient birds contain the teeth in the jaws. Beaks are adapted to many ways for the feeding, seed crushing, fruit scooping, and flesh eating. So several functions are there for the beak. So this is the structure of the feather. So these are the feathers are different types. So this is the quill feather. This is the quill feather. These the middle of the quill is the rod like structure is there. It is called a shaft and barbells and these are there. So this is the one of the main type of the feather. Down feathers, remaining feathers are also there. This is the quill feather. Quill feather, down feathers, phyllodes plumes, like that. And legs are modified into this walking, perching mechanism, swimming also. and the alimentary canal is has additional chambers, the crop and gizzard. So crop and gizzards are the main parts of the alimentary canal or in the digestive system. The crop store and soften the food. However, the gizzard helps in the crushing and chewing of the food. So there is a cloacal aperture. Gallbladder is present in some seed-eating birds, such as pigeons. So this is the structure of the digestive system of the birds. So this is the crab, and this is the liver, this is the bile duct, pancreatic duct, this is the pancreas, ileum, and this is the cloaca, this is the esophagus, and this is the gizzard, this is the opening of the cloaca, last one is the. So these are the structure and names of the digestive system. Then you go to the respiratory system. Respiratory system is done by the lungs. So the lungs are the spongy and inelastic. Spongy and inelastic in condition. So air sacs are connected to the lungs for the supplement to aeration or respiration. Larynx does not act as a voice box. So the voice is produced by the special organ called syrinx. In case of birds, remaining is larynx is act as a sound. So in this, syrinx is act as produce the sound or voice. The heart is four chambered. So in the circulatory system, in the circulatory system, main function is main organ is the heart. It is the four chambered, and this class is the first class for the containing the four chambers heart. The remaining fishes, amphibians, reptiles are the fishes contain the two chambers, amphibians contain the two chambers and or three chamber. In the reptiles also three chambers, and in the crocodiles four chambers. Now in the birds, all contain the four chambered heart. I know. Complete circulation, bicirculation is there, double circulation is there, and the renal portal system is very much reduced, and sinus venosus is absent, and RBCs are the nucleated and oval and biconvex in structure. So this is the structure of the respiratory system. So in these 9 air sacs are there in this. So this is the one unpaired, remaining are the paired air sacs are there. Total 9 air sacs are there. And in the excretory system, the kidneys are metanephric, so which drain the nitrogenous waste material is the uric acid mainly. So into the cloaca through the uterus. The urinary bladder is absent in the aves. Urinary bladder is absent in the aves. Why? Because so they are the flying birds, flying animals. So that is why to reduce the weight, this air bladder is absent in the aves. And so the South American ostrich. So this is only the bird that has the urinary bladder. Only urinary bladder is absent only in the South American ostrich. Remaining all birds are absent in the urinary bladder is absent. Then nervous system is well developed. Brain is better developed than that of the reptiles, of which cerebrum, cerebellum, and optic lobes are very large. And these birds have the 12 pairs of cranial nerves, and birds have the keen sense of light, sorry, sense of sight, and but poor sense of smell. But kiwi has a good sense of smell. And generally, the sense of sight is well developed, and the pectin is also present in the birds of eyes of the birds. So pectin is a protecting organ during the flight in the ear, in the eye. The ear openings are present. Each ear consists of three parts: external, middle, and internal ear. And the endoskeleton is fully bony, made up of with bones. And these bones are the long bones, they are the hollow with hair cavities. So this is called pneumatic bones. So pneumatic bones are present in the aves to reduce the weight. So there is no bone marrow. So in the birds there is no bone marrow. So the bone is hollow, long with air cavities. The skull is monocondylic. Skull is monocondylic. Vertebra is heterocylous in these birds. Skull is monocondylic with one occipital condyle. The sternum with median keel for the attachment of the flight muscles. So flight muscles are the three types. So they are the coracobrachialis, pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. So these are attached to the this sternum, and the female has the usually well developed single left ovary and oviduct. So in the haves, the right ovary and right oviduct are absent due to reduce the weight only. If the present right side, they are the rudimentary in function. So if the right ovary and oviducts are present, they are the vestigial or rudimentary. The many birds show the sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means you can identify the males and females with by seeing the external characters. So this condition is called this sexual dimorphism. So it is present in the aves. So all birds are the oviparous, like reptiles. These are the these lays the eggs. These eggs are called cleidoic eggs. Egg is covered by the calcium carbonate shell, so they are called cleidoic eggs, which are macrolestal and calcareous. Macrolestal means, so these are the large in size. For the embryonic membranes, chorion, amnion, allantois, and yolk sacs are formed. So they are called amniotes. So the embryonic, during the embryonic, these contain the this chorion, amnion, allantois, and yolk sacs are the embryonic membranes. The birds are the most beautiful among the animals. So they show the this nest building, parental care, migration, and some behaviors. So these are the structures of the sternum and flight muscles. So then you go to the classification of the aves. Classification of the aves. So in the classification of the aves, so these are divided into two subclasses. Archaeornithes and Neornithes. Archaeornithes are the extant birds. Neornithes are the now present living birds. So this in the Archaeornithes also one extent to this tooth, beak, tail, long tail, lizard-like body is there. That is called Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx. So this is the fossil bird. Archaeopteryx is identified in the Germany, Lithographica, uh, and this calcium carbonate slimes, stones in the Germany. So about the 150 million years ago, this placing in the late Jurassic era. Archaeopteryx is considered to be the first bird, uh, but there are many things about the Archaeopteryx that are would not recognize the modern birds. Why? Because they contain the teeth. So now in the nowadays, Navian then presently birds there is no teeth. So but in the Archaeopteryx teeth are present in the this jaws. And these are the first and foremost Archaeopteryx had the teeth rather than the beak, and it is also had a flat sternum. Most modern birds have a keel based bone, keeled breastbone, so which allows them to attach the powerful flight muscles. Archaeopteryx is also had a little claw on the end of its wings, and that would allow the to gaspic prey. However, the Archaeopteryx had the wings, feathers, and this wishbone, much like the modern birds. So it does look like very much like bird. So this is the structure of the Archaeopteryx. So this is the toothed beak. So these are the tooth, and these are the wing claw. So these are the with a long tail with many vertebra, and this is the characteristic feature of the reptiles, and this is the structure of the Archaeopteryx. So then you go to the subclass to Neornithes. So these are the modern birds. In this, the teeth are absent, tail is short, Struthio camels, crane, all the pigeon like birds, all the birds are the belongs to this Neornithes. And then you go to the flight adaptations in the birds. Flight adaptations in the birds. So in the flight adaptations, so some of the adaptations are there for the avian mode of life of the birds. So in this, the body shape, feathers, wings, and muscles, and some systems, digestive system, excretory system, reproductive system. So all are present in the endoskeleton, air sacs, warm-blooded condition. So these are also absent of the urinary bladder. These are all involving in the flight adaptations. So then first you go to the body shape of the body of the aves. So aves or birds shape is the spindle shape. So the why? Because birds are contain this type of structure means so to avoid the air friction. So that is why the body contain the spindle shape. So it is the designed to offer minimum resistance to the wind. and feathers. They provide the passage for air and reduce friction to minimum. They also prevent the loss of heat and they help to maintain the constant temperature. So feathers are the quill feathers, down feathers, phyllo plumes. So these feathers are the involving in the maintains the temperature, body temperature. So act as a thermoregulators and also reduce the friction and prevent the loss of heat and helps in the maintain the this constant temperature. So next wings. So these are the modified forelimbs. Forelimbs are modified into limbs. So which helps in the flight during the flight and beak. So beak is the collecting of the food materials and also using the formation of the nest building and also collection of the food materials, collection of the food and also nest building. The neck and head. The mobile neck and head are very useful for the this feeding, nest building, and offense and defense. Flight muscles. So flight muscles on the breast are greatly developed, which are help in the flight. These flight muscles are the I already told you. These are the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, and coracobrachialis. So first you see the pectoralis major. This pectoralis major are attached to the this sternum. This pectoralis major is the helps in the downstroke of the bird. So this is helps in the during the flight or birds are go to the high in the sky. So this is the pectoralis major. It helps you in the powerful downstroke. Next pectoralis minor. So this it is helps in the upstroke. Pectoralis minor upstroke. And coracobrachialis. This coracobrachialis is the muscle helps in the these directions or changing of the directions or move from one direction to another direction. And these are the air sacs. Next is the air sacs. These are attached to the lungs, which serves as a reservoir of air, and many of also add as the cooling device in the regulation of the temperature of the body. The warm-blooded animals. These are birds are also warm-blooded animals, which is also necessary for the flight. Necessary for the flight, and the circulatory system. A large the birds are the these are the avian animals. That is why so very much instant energy is necessary. That is why the powerful large oxygen supply is also required for the rapid metabolism and warm bloodedness. So it is done by the efficient circulatory system. So compare with the other animals, this avian heart is very large compared with the other animals. So double circulation is takes place. So it leads to the perfect or instant energy or instant oxygen is received by the heart. So this is about the circulatory system. So these are the structures of the kneel, keel of the sternum. These are the pectoralis muscles, pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. These are the these V-shaped furcula. and in the excretory system there is no urinary bladder or absent of the urinary bladder in the apes. Due to why? Because to reduce the weight. So if the urinary bladder is present, the urine is stored in this. So it leads to the increasing of the weight. That is why to reduce the weight, the urinary bladder is absent, and this the extra or passed out at once. Urine and excretory materials are come out only through this waste material, and this helps to reduce the weight of the body. So that is why you see the excretory product of the birds. So it is a liquid and solid type, or semi-liquid and solid. Why? Because the urine and this nitrogenous waste substances and this fecal material is united and released once. And then next one is the brain and eyes. So brain and eyes are well developed. The equilibrium is maintained by the well developed cerebellum of the brain, and a powerful sense organs is also there. Brain is also full developed, and in the reproductive system only these birds contain the single ovary, left side of the single ovary and oviduct, and right side ovary and oviducts are rudimentary to reduce the weight also. So the presence of the single functional ovary on the left side in the female bird also leads to the reduction of the weight, which is too essential for the flight. So these are the general characters and classification and flight adaptations of the birds. So I repeat once again of these flight adaptations. So in the flight adaptations, spindle shaped body and feathers and wings, beak and neck and head modified, and flight muscles. These are the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, coracobrachialis, and air sacs. So these are 9 air sacs are there. These mainly lungs is also which is serves as the reservoir of air. They may be also at the cooling device and reduction of the temperature of the body, and circulatory system is also modified, and excretory system is also modified. Brain is developed, sense organs is also well developed. So this is the structure, general characters and classification of the